I'm Lucy Rehm. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I have heard of you.
So I'm your state rep running for re-election. Would love your support and your vote. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all you do, too.
DFL Representative Lucy Rehm from Chanhassen in District 48B knocked off an incumbent Republican to get to the Capitol.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
Where she sponsored a bipartisan bill to rename a highway in the district in honor of its most famous resident and business.
Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Highway.
Are you taking credit for that while you're talking to folks?
You know, every now and then I talk about the purple rain in Chanhassen. You know, I like to make that little joke. We were able to get everyone on board to vote for it. People want to see a functioning government. They want us to get things done. You think about Chanhassen, you think about Paisley Park, you think about Chanhassen Dinner Theater, you think about the Arboretum.
I'm a local teacher and an officer in the Army National Guard, and just trying to bring back a little balance to our state legislature if I can.
Republican Caleb Steffenhagen is a soldier, small business owner, and teacher who's trying to bring the district and the Minnesota House back to his side of the aisle.
Serving your constituents is a really important thing to do, and that's why I became a public teacher. I have a passion for education and learning as a history teacher. Same thing, the National Guard. I want to serve my country, and so this is an extension of that. A lot of people, you know, they don't want the extremes. What they want is a moderate approach to government that works. You know, they're kind of sick of the partisanship that doesn't work for them and get the job done at the end of the day. Some people are okay paying the tax rate that they're paying. Some are not. They want lower taxes, which I empathize with as well. But at the end of the day, both sides can agree they want their tax dollars to work for them in a way that kind of gets the job done.
In the last election, this House seat in Chanhassen was decided by just over 400 votes. So it's again expected to be another close contest.
So last time, you know, I don't think I was on the radar. I don't think people knew that, you know, I was potentially going to flip the seat.
It was a blink ago we were meeting you as a freshman, and now you're already running for re-election. What about that pacing and cycle?
It's fast, you know, it seems like we're always busy. It is kind of surprising how quickly everything evolves, I would say.
Are you aware of how close this could be?
It is one of the closest races in the state, and that's why we're absolutely out there every day talking to people.
Is it daunting on any level?
Yes, it is daunting. You know, everyone has a stake in the race and they want to win. And so it's helpful to hear so many voices with advice and counsel. You know, there's pressure every day. And so like it's great for me to just come home and just sit with my wife and talk it over, how it went, talk about her day, go on a walk with our daughter.
Polls show the battle for the House is close, and this suburban seat could decide complete control at the Capitol.
I'm a DFLer, pro reproductive freedom.
We're good, yeah.
Good, awesome. And you'll be voting?
Yeah.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The representative says she tries to talk to women in particular at the doors who helped propel abortion as a top issue for Democrats in the last election.
It does seem like I am one of the top names that I'm seeing when they talk about whether or not we're going to keep the House. But I keep thinking that the pressure is really not on me, it's on the voters. We thought that last time, too, that we needed to turn out not just people who lean toward the Dem side, but also people who are in the middle, people who are independent. I think that's where these races are won. I think democracy is on the ballot. It was last time, but it still is.
I always ask everyone if there's a big priority that matters to you on the state side of things, if it's education or taxes or environment.
I just know it's economy nationally.
Yeah.
So I think of it nationally more so.
The challenger does not push as a Republican Party endorsement and embraces the idea of moderation in this suburban swing district.
It doesn't look here. Are you with either the Republicans or the Democrats?
So I'm running as a fiscal conservative.
All righty.
Well, thanks for your time, you guys. Yeah. They say, you know, having the Democrats control all three branches was too much for them. They went a little bit too far with the surplus and spending it, and you know, they want a simple change just to bring back a little balance.
Do you think you could vote against your caucus and party if it comes down to it, if it fits your district?
I want to vote in a way that represents the constituents. I surround myself with female voices because that's important. I'm a guy, so I come from a guy's perspective, which is great.
What about the issue of abortion, though? It wasn't good for Republicans.
I hear it at the doors. People are concerned, and you know, I'm a realist. I live in Minnesota, and so I know that, you know, Republicans probably aren't going to get their entire wish list on this topic.